trading month. But after another busy week, there is a lot to talk about before we break for Labor Day weekend ahead of us. My next guest will help me with the recap. Please welcome to the show, David Stryzewski. Hope I said that right. And I practiced once before we went live. How'd I do?
You did great. It takes like the full year for your teacher to even get the last name right. So you're doing a fantastic job.
And if you get held back, they have it the next year. Well, I know you didn't get held back. And I know your beautiful family probably just restarted school. Take us to school here. End of the week, end of the month. Markets moved a little bit more than I thought, but stage is yours.
We're in a very interesting time right now. Everything comes down to the Fed. All eyes are on the Fed. What are they going to do next? A couple things that I just want to point out. One, they were cutting last year. We're seeing unemployment begin to deteriorate. I think that they're waiting for something to really change, though, materially, that they can jump in and do the printing press thing and everything. So I think Jerome Powell's very, dovish in general. Where we are right now, though, is that the markets have continued to rally based upon false expectations of these rate cuts. And so where are we going to go from here? Well, the Fed will likely have to cut something. Why? Because families are in a big trouble right now. There's no question that at the grocery store, you feel an impact on the prices and what you're paying. It feels a lot higher than just 2 or 3%, like it shows some benign number. And so that's the part where I get really concerned, is the average consumer, how they're doing, et cetera. So we're in an interesting time. In fact, if you look at gold and silver right now and just the massive moves that they made here today, maybe we talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But these are times where there's significant change taking place. It's not time to be sitting around twiddling our thumbs.
No, not at all. We had that economic data release this morning. Anything in there you want to clarify?
I mean, we're seeing inflation be sticky in the parts that the Fed can't control. As an example, if you're going to go and buy a home, own a home, insure it, the Fed can't control the price that you pay on that insurance. They can't pay, do the price on what it is to replace a car these days. And so there's a lot of things that the Fed cannot do. We're seeing services be really sticky. That's because people cost money. Wages are real. You don't just see, your rates getting cut. Most people are getting increases on a year-over-year basis. And so, it's getting more expensive to do life. I just think that we're, in a time of sort of a holding pattern. And the next couple of months, we could see some data come out pretty negative, just at least here in the short term.
Yeah, I'll throw a curveball at you. Did I read your bio that you have 5 kids, you and your wife?
Yeah, that's correct.
How much do you think it costs to raise a child today?
Man, that's a big question. Here's the thing that I do, though. I use trueflation.com, and I actually track my personal inflation. And so I've been tracking it, somewhere in the 5.5 range in life. So it doesn't matter how much you spend or how many kids that you have. Although I will say that it's a little bit more expensive to raise a family these days, for sure, especially with young boys that want to eat a whole bunch. But it's a real reality that we're facing right now, and that is, even school tuition is expensive.
Yeah, it is. All right, expensive. I got in the commodity trading business because of silver. And silver is expensive, but you and I met about a month ago. You thought it was undervalued. If I remember, we were around 38, 39 then. We were having a good go at it. Where are we right now in silver?
This is the moment for silver. Gold tends to lead, and then silver follows exponentially. I think that we're looking at nations right now not wanting to purchase the U.S. Treasury in the same way. So they've gone to gold. They've been doing this for quite some time. And so if we look at the actual ratio of gold to silver, they're mining approximately 7.5 ounces of silver for every 1 ounce of gold. But the price ratio this morning is 87.5. So you and I recognize that's called a great opportunity. But even historically speaking, at $40 this morning, that's still 20% discount to its all-time high. When gold's sitting near its all-time high, we haven't seen silver actually get to that place. Once we exceed 40 and stay above 40, there's a little bit of resistance there in the early side of the 40s, but I think that we could see probably $60, maybe even $70 silver here within the next 12 months.
And if you don't want to buy the physical, you can buy, you can index it, you can buy mining stocks. We have about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe you like
there's
them
a lot
all.
of ways
Maybe
to
go
those.
buy them all.
Yeah, I like the metals a lot. And so the metal miners, though, have been underappreciated. They produce something. My metals portfolio is up double what my physical portfolio is up this year. And I think that that's going to continue to be a good trend. So there's reasons to own the physical, but there's also reasons to just own the miners. And so I'm a big fan of doing that. You're looking at numbers here today. That's an incredible move if you were like myself and were able to capitalize on some of those things.
Yeah. 15 seconds back to you. Bitcoin, interested, or you like the metals?
Yeah, no, I am a fan of Bitcoin. I think it's going to rally. You know, it's a real asset. It is going to have real value in the future. The challenge is it doesn't transact. It doesn't solve the real world problems. There's other blockchain for that, but I think that Bitcoin is positioned well. It's just going to probably cool off for a second as real world applications come out here in new technology.
Thank you, David. What a way to end the week, and you did a great job wrapping all that up. You make me want to run out of here and buy more silver. All right, thanks, my friend.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you. Have a great weekend.